I'm Ellen Derrick, one of the certified financial planners for LearnVest Planning Services. And when a new year rolls around, it's a really good time to take a look at your budget and see if anything has changed. One of the things that can really impact your bottom line is whether or not there are new laws that can affect what you'll actually have to pay in taxes, for health care, and other things like that.
Ellen, I think you make a really good point. One of the things that's going to be changing is IRA contribution limits and 401k contribution limits. So if you're planning on maxing those things out this year, it's really important that you increase your contributions. So for example, the IRA contribution limits are going up to $5,500. If you're thinking about maxing out your 401k, that limit is actually going up to $17,500. So you're going to want to divide that amount by the number of paychecks you get to make sure that you're hitting that max by the end of the year.
And another thing that's going to affect your net paycheck, which is really what you're talking about with retirement contributions, are things like flexible spending account contributions. Flexible spending accounts actually are going to have a limit this year of $2,500. So if you are contributing to one of those accounts for healthcare costs, childcare costs, you definitely want to make sure that you reassess that limit in your budget.
And just to add a quick point here, HSA plans are health savings accounts, which you would use in combination with a high-deductible insurance plan.
Aside from tax law changes and changes to your paycheck, now is a great time to start looking at setting aside savings for those little non-monthly expenses that creep up on you and can catch you unaware. So you're really going to want to try to start setting aside some money for Christmas gifts, for car insurance, for homeowners insurance, or property taxes, anything that you pay on a non-monthly basis. Make sure you set aside $50 to $100 a month at least. Figure out what your budget is for them and split that up over the next 12 months so that you really get some money set aside and you're not caught unaware.
You know, people think about things that happen that creep up at them, and it's always at the most inconvenient time. So the best way to combat that is to have money set aside in emergency savings. And so if you haven't already done that in your budget, definitely make some room for putting money aside, and make sure you're not double counting your emergency savings with your personal escrow that Rachel talked about, because those are two different things.
Another great thing to do is to take a look at your Money Center folders or at any other tool that you use to keep track of your expenses, like your checkbook. Review the past year and see if you've had any major expenses that came up that you weren't aware of that you need to set aside money for in the future. Also see if you can make a little adjustments, because even $5 or $10 a month can add up really quickly.
The other thing too is to look over any type of gym reimbursements or see if you qualify for any discounts with your insurance. While we're talking about it, make sure you're maxing out the contributions for your 401k plan. So if your company is willing to make a match, let's say they match 50% up to 6%, you need to be contributing that full 6%, otherwise you're essentially leaving free money on the table.